I'm Laura Halabi, and we are at Fluffy Thoughts Cakes in McLean, Virginia.
I'm Emily Saunders, head decorator.
Today we're going to be making a woodland cake, and we're going to be showing techniques of how to build a cake, stack it, tier it, and also make chocolate wooden pieces and butterflies. What Emily's doing right now, she's cutting the tops off the cake. We like to cut the tops off the cake to make it more flat and even. So she's going to be filling it with a cream cheese filling. That's traditionally what we put inside a red velvet cake. We'll be layering it with that, and then the outside will be a vanilla buttercream frosting with the chocolate pieces. We typically do a ring around the edge so that we can fill it with curds or caramels or ganaches. She's doing a ganache. That way when you do finish the cake, it doesn't ooze out. Because if you don't put a ring, whatever you have on the inside will come out of the sides once the cake softens. And once she finishes filling it, she's gonna do an icing on the outside, like the crumb coat.
Well, it's gonna be somewhere between a finalized and a crumb coat because we're doing the chocolate pieces. Okay. So we're gonna cover it in chocolate so that like it all kind of...
What Emily's doing takes years to learn this. She just did what some people would take an hour to do in 5 minutes. So even though this is a super basic flavor, vanilla chocolate, this is like one of our most popular. People love just simple classic vanilla cake with chocolate icing. Now we have moved on to chocolate bark that's gonna go outside around the side of the Woodlands cake. We just take a spatula and tempered chocolate. And basically what you wanna do is you wanna run the chocolate along the parchment paper. And what we're gonna do is once we are done making all the pieces, we're gonna throw this tray into the fridge.
And kind of move the wafer paper around for that added texture if you want.
These cakes are very good for outdoor weddings, barn weddings, vineyard weddings, those kind of weddings that are just very rustic. Wafer paper, it's an edible sheet that's very bendable. Wafer paper is not very good for outdoor weddings though, because if there's a lot of humidity, this can cause the wafer paper to melt because it is paper at the end of the day, and the second it touches your tongue, it just melts. We're gonna just eat that. To cut the wafer paper butterflies, you just use a pair of scissors, and then we take that and we back it against some gum paste that's rolled out very, very thin. And she's cutting out the butterfly bodies from the wafer paper. She makes it look so easy, everyone. So now Emily is going to final coat the 6-inch cake. This is gonna be our top tier of our woodland cake. And then what we do is we put a little bit of buttercream down on top of the dowels, and this buttercream is gonna hold the next tier that's gonna sit on top together. And you also wanna make sure the cakes are cold, because if you were to do this when the cakes are warm, everything just pulls and gets messy. Cold is the key to this. With this cake, for example, there are 2 flavors in there. The bottom is the red velvet and the top is the vanilla with chocolate. You can always do that in your wedding cake too. You can always ask your baker whether you can have different flavors and different tiers, because sometimes the groom will like a flavor and then the bride will like another flavor. So, and they can't decide and they start fighting. So it's a good way to make everyone happy. So what Emily's doing right now is she has added our lemon extract to this gold edible dust. And what the gold is, it's 24 karat gold that's been crushed down into a powder, and she's about to splatter this all over the cake. We love doing this because it gives it a very modern, cool look. You want to make sure you're very careful with chocolate, because when it's cold and you cut it down, it can crack and break everywhere. So you want to just kind of score it first and then go back into it. It does take some time, but it does save you more time because you don't have to redo these again. And now she's going to take some buttercream and ice it against the back of the chocolate piece and just slap it against the side. I don't know, I was just trying to stick them all together. There. That's cool. Yay! You did it, we made it.